Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into Podcast Room 303. Introducing one co-host with more nuggets than Chick-fil-A, Nick Morahan. Executive producer until we find someone better, Eric Washington. Nobody really knows what he does around here, Nevada Putnam. And now, the single greatest thing to happen to hosting in history, Jermaine Antonio Colon Mendez. On with the show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into Podcast Room 303, episode 250. I'm your host, Jermaine Colon Mendez. As always, we have with us and the executive producers, Nevada and Eric. How you doing this evening, boys?
Doing good, brother.
It's been one of those days where you just have to laugh at some point just to get through the day, because it's just one thing after another.
Jesus Christ, having a day there, huh? What's going on?
Work was a bear. Just leave it at that. Work was a bear.
Oh, that's never fun. But I can see that. Today has been a pretty hectic day, and I still have quite a bit ahead of me. So, as noticed at the intro, we are not being joined by our co-host, Nicholas Morahan. He's using one of his 2024 lives, so he's dead to us. We'll see if he's back next week. On today's episode, we'll be getting into head-to-head. Jermaine hit a bet, so that's pretty nice. We'll get into Pop Culture Pick'em, top 5 worst things a doctor can say during an exam. And then we have What the Fuck headline. We have 2 What the Fuck headlines. I think we have 3, actually, now that I think about it. I just saw, oh no, that's from last week's. Never mind, boys. And then we'll also get into a blind 5. Eric and I will try to defeat Nevada and not be stumped. So we'll see how that goes. Let's get into head-to-head.
All right. So last week, head-to-head was pretty solid for Nevada, who continues his streak. He went 3-0, putting him at a 6-game win streak.
What's that?
Heat, man. Yeah, none of us know what that feels like. So
what's a streak?
I can explain the reason for the 3-0 week. Solar eclipse, the cicadas, the 17 and 13-year cicada cycle are coinciding like right about this week. And then 3-0 and head-to-head. Sorry to the roomies that were trying to fade me. It's the end times, and then it's simple as that. Like, there's nothing else. There's no other possible explanation for this. It's all happened at the same time.
And I've submitted a non-weekend bet for head-to-head.
That's true. That's true. So Nevada's perfect week with his 6-game win streak puts him at 14-28, only down 2.83 units. Nick continues his loss streak. I've lost count, but he's at 4. At the time, it was 437-1, putting him down 14.72 units. That has since changed in the same direction. Jermaine last week went 1-2, hitting on his WWE parlay, which finally the rightful champion gets his belt.
Acknowledge him, Eric. Who do you
I'm not
acknowledge
doing it, bro.
him. Doing that? He's not even champion anymore. You can't acknowledge him now?
Nah. Anyway, that puts Jermaine at 5-37, down 24.31 units. But he's starting to take it more seriously. We're getting some early week bets, so hopefully we can see him turn things around.
Whoa. I submitted one bet for the Masters. Let's not just profess how serious I'm taking things. I have a podcast motto to live up to. Anything over 500 is despicable in my eyes. So I'm on par right now.
You're doing good, bro. You're doing good. And then I went 1-2 last week, putting me at 14-28, up. I won some bets this week, so I'm ahead, but I was down I was up 18 units essentially. So
I was only up 18 units.
Anyway, that's the head for you guys.
Eric is taking this so seriously.
I am, dude. I am. Like I've built a lead and I'm comfortable. I'm gonna start taking some risks, but I was trying to avoid taking risks so I could build a lead on you guys. I don't want to repeat of last year where Jermaine was in dead ass last and then just somehow came back and won. I didn't sit well with me, dude.
I won units and wins. Y'all are some bums.
You got a long way to ride that out, Eric. It's April 10th.
It's all right. I have faith. I have Jesus on my side, dude.
Right. Baseball is your bugaboo, as last year showed. So
bro, that's what I'm saying. I know you didn't listen to any of the episodes you missed, Eric, because you're a big supporter. But I was just like, once NBA's done, what's gonna happen with Eric?
Nah, I'll find something. I'll start betting on like Russian tennis or something. I'll figure it out.
Actually, they just call it tennis there.
Whatever, dude. I'll bet on picture.
I'm just messing with you, bro. All right, that's enough of laughing at the woes for Nick and I. Nick and I don't even have double-digit wins combined. Let's get into pop culture picking.
All right. So yeah, top 5 worst things a doctor can say during an exam. Man, I have the first pick. That's a lot of pressure.
No, it's not. You literally have a list in front of you that you prepared. You just pick one off that list.
I'm gonna go with I was getting a physical, and the first thing the lady doctor asked me was, "Are you cold?"
Is this a real life quote? Is that what that was?
Yeah, that's a real life quote. Quote.
Oh,
no wonder he's so heartless.
I told her it was cold. Turn up the heat.
It's always fucking cold in hospitals.
That's what I'm saying. You can't blame me. What does Costanza say? The pool? I was in the pool.
I was in the pool.
I was in the pool.
You know why they keep it cold is so that when you fall on the floor, you freeze to death. Kind of exceptionally clears a lot of cases at the doctor's office. It's a little known tidbit for you, roomies out there. Wear your socks.
Wear your socks. I don't understand why they keep it so cold if they're gonna have my ass hanging out the back of my. What do they call those things?
The gown.
The gown, yeah. Yeah, if you're gonna have my ass hanging out, can we get some degrees up in this bitch? God damn. Nevada, what's yours?
I'm going to go with I just picture this. Doc comes back into the room and he says, "Well, WebMD says it's."
Dude, that would fucking crack me up. If he Bro, that would be hysterical.
I could have saved copay for this.
WebMD says that's amazing, dude. All right, I got the turn. I'm going with hold on, this buckle is tricky.
Got one of them trick buckles.
And then holy fuck, Deborah, come look at this.
Dang.
Don't ask me why I picked Deborah. It was just a name. Dude, the minute he calls somebody else in to come look at it, that's it, bro. Take me out back.
Yeah.
There's no way. I'd be so bummed. I'd be so sad. All
right. Again, this one I just picture the doc coming in. And he looks at you and says, "Good news. We're naming a disease after you."
Good news.
I mean, if you can go down in history with your name attached, you might as well make it worthwhile.
Shout out my boys Lou and Tommy.
That's funny.
Get it because it's baseball season.
Yeah, that was good. That was clever. Professional podcast.
I wonder how many people sitting at home didn't get it until you said that.
Almost all of them. They're like, "Who the hell are Tommy and like this? Who's this Tommy and Lou guy?" He knows. Like, I know all of Jermaine's friends, and I don't know Tommy or Lou.
All 15 of my friends, dog.
All right, so this one's a little bit more based in reality. Basically, just your insurance isn't going to cover this.
Man, you guys, I was trying to be funny. Jesus Christ, you guys are dark.
That's like one of the worst things you can hear with the cost of medicine, dude. That's like one of the worst things you could hear, bro.
For sure, bro.
And then this is actually something that I witnessed in real life. It ended up not actually being that situation, but the doctor said I don't see a heartbeat, and the whole room went silent.
Yeah. First of all, you can't see a heartbeat.
Or here, sorry. God damn it.
I was like super confused. It's like, is he just being a cunt? Like,
Man.
I was like, how do you see a heartbeat? Like,
Damn. Okay, I'm gonna try to bring this back up. Doc walks in and says, "Your free trial has expired. Please provide a credit card for the full experience."
Dog, the future sucks. Oh man, could you imagine? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh man, I could see them trying to make it medicine as a service, right? And they just pull it MAAS.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Goddamn IT world, bro. And I'm going with the classic. All right, the doctor will be right out.
Dang it.
And then I'm going, dude, you had 3 choices already. Did it take that one?
It did.
And then I'm going with, now it's perfectly normal if I get an erection. Doc, what? It's not normally this big.
It's cold in here. Usually it's not this big. All right. I'm going to see, was it I think it was Jermaine. It's kind of similar, but a little bit different. I'm gonna go with, hey, can I take a picture to show my colleagues?
No. Like, what?
Oops. I think I spelled colleagues, right? 2 L's?
Yeah. Looks good enough. College, colleagues, whatever.
All right, so I'm gonna run this out here. I guess the first one I go is this is gonna hurt.
It's always pressure. You're gonna feel some pressure.
I've used that line before. Different side.
And then lastly, I'm going to have to swab the inside of your penis.
Bro, I hope I never have to get a catheter.
Oh God, no joke.
Dude, it wasn't even a catheter. It was a freaking STD test, and I wanted a full panel. So instead of doing a pee in the cup, he was like, I'm gonna take this 8-inch Q-tip and I'm going right up the hole.
Oh, that's when you found out you had syphilis?
And gonorrhea, dude. It was terrible. It was like they were in there fighting each other. That's why it was so painful.
Gonosyphilia.
How much of this 8-inch Q-tip, because I'm just thinking math-wise, 8 inches into 3 inches. There's some left over there, and I'm concerned how far this.
That's great, dude. That's great.
Man, that is some next level docking right there. For my final one, I'm going to go with, I think I'm going to skip lunch now.
God damn, that's gross. For my last one, I'm going, let's hope your diddly doesn't turn black and fall in the crapper.
Your diddly turn black.
Dude, help me spell diddly here. I've never spelled that word before.
It's like Diddy, but with an L-Y.
Hold the sex assault claims.
Yeah.
That'd be a funny one. Have you been hanging out with Diddy lately? Doc, this is the prostate exam.
Yeah. I've seen this rectum before.
What's your guys' favorite doctor joke? Do you guys have one off the top of your head?
What do you mean? Like a joke that a doctor tells you?
No, like a joke against the doctors. Like mine is, what do a gynecologist or a short-sighted gynecologist and a dog have in common?
They'll both lick peanut butter off your nuts.
Both have wet noses.
Good Lord.
That's funny, dude.
Good Lord.
I don't think I have one. I don't think I have one.
I have one. And then after that one, I'm not even going to try to come up with one. That was good.
Oh, boy. Both have wet noses. That's disgusting. Read these lists back, Eric.
So top 5 worst things a doctor can say during an exam. I went first. Are you cold? Your insurance isn't going to cover this. I don't hear a heartbeat. This is going to hurt, and I'm going to have to swab the inside of your penis. Nevada, WebMD says it's good news. We're naming a disease after you. Free trial has expired. Please provide a credit card. Can I take a picture to show my colleagues? And I think I'm going to skip lunch now. Jermaine had the third. Went, hold on. This buckle is tricky. Holy fuck, Deborah, come look at this. All right, the doctor will be right out. Now it's perfectly normal if I get an erection. And lastly, let's hope your diddly doesn't turn black and fall off.
No, fall on the crapper, dog.
Correction. Let's hope your diddly doesn't turn black and fall in the crapper.
Yeah, it looks like a piece of poop. You get it?
I get it, dude.
Like a little Tootsie Roll.
All right, so we have 2 submissions. I believe one was from Eric and one was from Nevada. Which one do we want to start with on the What the Fuck headlines?
Let's just knock mine out real quick and get that over with because the other one's pretty outlandish.
All right, so Reddit is a treasure trove that keeps on giving.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So this gentleman went onto Reddit and posted, my wife, who was showing 3 weeks after a positive pregnancy test, got an abortion over astrology. Her body, her choice, though, so I don't know if I have a right to be upset. I'm going to leave that last part out. But apparently she aborted the baby because the baby was going to be born a Sagittarius, and she could not have that. And if you go on and read a little bit more of the comment section, I believe he says they were married for 3 years and they were actually trying to have a baby, and it was difficult, and they finally got pregnant, and in her, infinite wisdom, she decided to eject.
Dog, that I just can't even wrap my head around that logic.
I
Go look up famous Sagittarius. You know what I mean? There's got to be a ton. Like Nevada's rubbing his temple. Oh, bro.
the whole astrology thing baffles me. I don't understand the whole idea of living your life and your decisions and all that based on the stars and where the moon's at and the sun's at. And I don't even know if I'd have the time and patience to actually sit down for someone who's, well versed in astrology just to explain it and like how it truly affects them. Because frankly, it's a bunch of honk.
Yeah.
And you're going to make a life choice like this because, I don't know, asteroid flew through the sky or something at one point. Like, get fucked.
I will say this. It sounds to me like the baby dodged a bullet. Not a hanger, but a bullet.
Savage.
Dodged a shooting star.
Would you? Because first of all, that's not mother material. I think we might be plugged in here. Like that's not. That's not a mom. You know what I mean?
No, that'd be the person on those 40-second clips that the hardcore Karens and whatnot that are screaming their ass off about like someone's trimmed the shrub on my side of the yard, and you're like, what?
Speaking of, families in an ongoing dispute right now because apparently there's some trees that my dad had planted, some palm trees. The roots have broken the. How, I don't know what they have in Colorado, but in Texas they use concrete and stone to build walls for backyards and stuff. I know, like California does wood panels and stuff, but so the walls are starting to crack, and the neighbor's trying to blame my dad and the palm trees' roots, and my dad's like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
I can imagine that's going to get ugly.
Yeah, it will.
Yeah, it will.
Especially knowing how old school my dad is. This is not going to be an easily resolved situation.
All right, that's enough of that terrible mother.
Yeah,
well,
it killed the vibe. We were all laughing and coking and joking, and then
like there's one thing for abortions. You get the whole right to choose and that debate. We're not going to get into that, but to base it off the stars and astrology, man, wow. Wow.
Yeah. Oh man, this one's
All right, to assume, I guess not uplifting, but other news. This
downlifting.
was today in Colorado. A skier died attempting to jump over Highway US 40 by Winter Park. The skier, who's apparently was a student at CU, tried to yeet it over the highway, came up short, hit the guardrail, and then a car got impacted by a car driving down the pass.
He was actually doing his thesis on trying to disprove gravity.
He was. I was just trying to get a visual representation in my mind of kind of roughly where he was trying to jump the highway. It's a solid 3 lanes plus 2 shoulders.
How
So
close is the mountain to that? Like, what's the jump point like?
well, that's the thing. It's not like it's a public area. So it was, from what I understand, it was kind of the backside of the ski resort. Let's see what, because my buddy knows about it.
His name is Dallas LeBeau. It's like the real life hot rod.
It really is. So yeah, my buddy texted the group and was like, "Sounds like he was pretty badass up until he exploded on the guardrail and got run over by a car."
Dude, that's so savage, man.
And he got run over by a car. Come on.
Yeah, because there was a car coming down the pass. Apparently, right about the same time that he's trying to make it. So I don't know if it was on film because there were comments that people saw them setting up cameras to film it. So I imagine at least the jump part is. I don't know if the part where he ended up wrecking it made it, but yeah.
It's probably somewhere on Twitter. Twitter's a dark place.
Yeah. So if you happen to go skiing or snowboarding, something like that, especially if you're not experienced, maybe not try to do it over state highways.
Yeah, but this was intentional, wasn't it?
Yeah.
People were setting up cameras.
Yeah.
He told them, "Hey, I'm gonna go do this," and they were like, "Oh shit, let's record this idiot."
Yeah, I mean, you can't be bad at skiing if you're trying this, right?
Well, yeah, no doubt. I just don't. I mean, I get, if he made it, how cool and legendary it would be, but I don't know. Maybe a little extra thought, maybe a little bit of math should have gone into it before he decided to attempt this.
Is the juice worth the squeeze? Was there a safe spot for him to land on the other side?
I assume so. I haven't seen exactly where he tried to. I was kind of looking on Google Maps. There's a lot of trees around, so it's not like he's going off a half pipe and he's going to land on the other side. So there must have been some sort of clearing, but
I don't know why, but in my head, I just keep picturing like 3 college kids getting stoned on the couch, watching YouTube videos of Red Bull, and then they're being like, "Dude, let's make a video and send it to Red Bull, and maybe we'll get on the team." And now the dude's dead. That's honestly what I thought when I read that.
I mean, yeah, we all did stupid stuff when we were college age, but
we planked on McDonald's signs and stuff like that. We didn't go flying through the air over a freeway on skis.
Yeah, I don't think I ever really took any real life-threatening, like this is like...
I mean, I drifted a car a couple of times and spun out of control, but...
Even with never being to this resort or seeing this highway or knowing any of it, my first inclination was just like, why? Like, why? This does not seem... It doesn't seem logical. And for the fact that like people were setting up cameras, they recorded this man's last seconds is like just bonkers to me, dude.
Yeah. I can only imagine how bad his friends got to feel knowing that, like you said, they've got his last moments on tape on
and they probably encouraged him. That's the other thing.
Well,
if I ever decide to do something this idiotic, fellas, I know I'm a big idiot, but like I would hope you guys would step in and be like, you know what, Jermaine, this isn't it. this isn't the one, dude. You know?
I mean, I guess you could say that's the hill he died on.
Well done, sir. Well done.
All right, too soon.
No, it was good. I was just letting the silence sit because that was funny as hell.
But all serious aside, that sucks. But let's just take a minute to think about stuff.
I subscribe to Darwinism, so and maybe it's cold and kind of ruthless of me, but it's kind of like, come on, man. You know what I mean? Usually it's come on, man, on sports, but like now it's like, come on, man.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to hear like what did it for him. Was it him catching the guardrail and like slamming, I don't know, I guess on the pavement, or was it the car? Not much information as far as
the car was the finisher, but he might have already been out cold before the finisher.
Oh, probably so, yeah.
Yeah.
And how high is that? Could he have realistically survived if he had just hit the guardrail and he just
might have been paralyzed or something,
bones or some shit like that?
I mean, I guess it depends on how fast he was coming down the hillside, and that obviously calculates into how much force he would have smacked himself with. But there's some Reddit comments that people driving by who saw a dude trying to do CPR on him, and one guy, I guess he was like dressed in all black, but couldn't see the guy's face because it was just covered in blood. So,
sheesh.
No bueno.
That is kind of crazy, man. Also, like, you're following our Colorado snow. How'd you find this Reddit?
It was actually a buddy who sent it. I've never seen that subreddit.
Right.
Because that's a skiing and snowboarding, and I ain't about that. But yeah, crazy.
Yeah, you feel for that kid. Hopefully his friends can shake that off, because that is, man. Tough. If I encouraged you to do it, on top of that, if I encouraged you to it took your life, that's a tough life to live after that. I'll tell you that. I don't know if I have the.
Well, in some places, you guys probably heard it on the news where people essentially bully other people into killing themselves, and those people get charged with manslaughter. If it was something where it's like, hey, man, like, do this jump. It's like, I don't know. It's like, no, man, you got it. You could do it. Do it.
How? Okay. We're not going to get into this, but that's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, there's been cases out there where, like I said, it's mostly bullying, where they bully middle school kids or high school kids to kill themselves, and then they do, and they end up getting charged for contributing to their death. But that's that.
See, bullying in real life, I could see, but when people talk to me about cyberbullying, I'm like,
turn off your computer.
it really does. And again, maybe it's the logic, maybe it's the Darwinism, but it's like, dog, if you can't walk away from cyberbullying, like, I don't know what to tell you. I was like, you might not be cut out for the world, dude. Like,
different world these days. Different world.
Like, dude, if someone says something mean to me on the internet, I'm, okay. I may, maybe I don't wrap my head around to it, and most of the times, cyberbullying, I think, also coincides with real bullying, right? Like, they see each other at school and stuff.
Sure.
So that I can understand, but it's like, if you're just like playing a video game and someone's saying something mean in the party chat, it's like, okay, leave the party chat. Like, but also, like, I don't have any experience with cyberbullying, like, personally, or like, it's never happened to anyone that I know. So I don't know what people mean when they say cyberbullying, but it is pretty bonkers to me. Pretty bonkers. All right, that wraps up that. What's next about a blind five, right?
Yes, sir.
All right,
blind five. All right. First entry is going to be The Sixth Sense.
Bruce Willis movies. Haley Joel Osment movies.
I don't know if there's 5 options to choose from that, but
Movies with a twist.
That's what I was gonna say. How did you feel about The Sixth Sense? I'll put it at like 3.
I have never seen The Sixth Sense because someone told me the ending.
Oh, you should still watch it though. It's good.
I know the ending. So
Yeah.
the whole there's
We
no
all know the ending
payoff.
of life. That doesn't mean we don't go through it.
We don't know the ending. No,
Yeah.
boy, Dallas, my boy Dallas didn't fucking wake up thinking today was the day.
fair point.
Nah, dude, we know that death is the ending, but how do I get there? Did Superman drop a building on me, saving people? You know what I mean? Hashtag Man of Steel. There was too much destruction in that bitch.
Yeah.
Like, how do I go out? Did I step on a Lego and fall down some stairs?
I'm stroking out under a lady.
Belly full of wine? No, I'm not.
Before and after. Before and after, if you know what I mean, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
Bro, dying during sex would kill that other person.
Dude, that was the hardest line in all of Game of Thrones. He's like, I plan on dying with a belly full of wine and a whore's mouth on my cock. I was like, yeah, that's solid, Tyrion. That's solid, brother. I'm going to go 3 for it, though.
That seems high, but all right. 3. Movies with a twist.
All right.
I'm gonna be
Sixth
so mad.
Sense. Born Supremacy.
Did that one have a twist?
Sort of.
Well, I don't remember. There's too many Bournes. What happened in Bourne
There's only
Supremacy?
3 that matter.
What happened in Supremacy? That's not the one with Jeremy Renner, is it?
No, that's
Mm-mm.
Legacy.
Yeah.
Identity.
Ultimatum and Supremacy.
He made this fucking list. He doesn't even know what happened in the movie with a dick. You're about as helpful as you're about as helpful as a 12-inch shoe.
I get Supremacy and Ultimatum mixed up between 2 and 3.
Exactly. That's why I asked. You're super helpful. When did The Sixth Sense come out?
Like 94?
Sixth Sense? No way, dude. It came out in like 2000.
No.
Dude, I'll look it up. Oh, crap. I'm not typing.
1999 is The Sixth Sense.
See, told you. Price is Right wins.
2004
yeah.
was Born Supremacy.
I got it right, dude.
Was Carl Urban in both of those?
I feel like he gets guessed every week. Carl Urban movies?
He's just one of those actors, but we all know his name now because he's been around so goddamn long. Man, hold on. I was trying to get the premise more. All right. Is living in India when he's framed by Russian agent Carl Urban for the theft of millions from the CIA. Kyril begins to pursue Bourne.
So this is...
I don't know, dude. All the premises seem so similar.
It really is just one big story broken up into 3 movies.
Yeah. Is this the one where he outs the whole CIA? Or was that?
I think that's Ultimatum.
Either way, Born Supremacy is fire, so it's definitely better than The Sixth Sense. This is why you never open with 3, Eric.
I pigeonholed us, dude. I'm sorry, bro. This is why I'm usually on the other end of this game.
I heard The Sixth Sense is pretty good, though, right?
It is, dude.
Is it better than Is it better than the boy?
No, it's not better than the Born Supremacy.
All right, so then Born Supremacy is 2 then. Yeah, we might be pigeonholed.
But Nevada's got something up his sleeve. I can see that smirk on his face from here, dude.
We'll see.
This is what I get for trusting you, dude.
You didn't trust me, dude. I trust myself.
So you guys are going 2, correct?
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
All right. Signs.
That's 5 for me. I can't stand that movie.
5 for sure.
Yeah. It's the worst Mark Wahlberg movie in the history of Mark Wahlberg movies.
Is it movies with the twist about it, or you just gonna tell
Mark
us?
Wahlberg or Matt Damon?
It's not movies with the twist?
No.
Ooh. Was it movies with
Mel Gibson?
Is Matt Damon in The Sixth Sense?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like, good God.
Okay. Next one is going to be Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Oh, dude, I love that movie, but I don't think I could put it one. I do love that movie, though.
It would have been good at 3. It would have been real good at 3 right there, dude.
This all has something. M. Night Shyamalan was in all these movies, wasn't he? In or directed? This is an M. Night Shyamalan category?
No.
No. Who Framed Roger Rabbit is fire. I'm going with number 4, though. Also, I don't know what the theme is on this one.
Yeah, I'm struggling. Yeah, 4 sounds good for
movies about aliens. Movies that Nevada loves. Movies with big titty bitches.
And then your final one is going to be Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Oh, that's actually not that bad.
Is
Harrison Ford in any of these movies? It's definitely not in the Sixth Sense.
Each one of them is like a detective type movie, isn't it? That's what I'm going with. Detective type movies, Nevada, where they have to like chase the clues. What would be a good
solving a non-murder mystery movie?
Oh, mystery movies, yeah.
Oh.
That's the one. Because each one of them,
you guys aren't going to get it, so
all right, what is it?
You're suffering. Movies produced by Frank Marshall.
Oh, good Lord.
One of the all-time best producers.
Says who?
Says this list.
Says my blind 5, damn it.
You create your own blind 5, you can have your own list.
I'm going to go look up this Frank Marshall self-proclaimed best of the producers. Let's go see.
I didn't say the best, one of the best.
I also said self-proclaimed. So,
yeah. Well, I self-proclaimed him, yes.
Yeah. Also, like, producer. Like, that's just a dude who throws money at movies.
Oh, Kathleen Kennedy did signs as well.
Like Kevin Feige, who, all the Marvel stuff.
Yeah.
The brainchild of Marvel.
Dude, producers are so much more than money. How many times do I have to have this conversation with you, Eric? God damn. It's like a million times I've had this conversation with you, bro.
Well, be ready for a million more, Doug. It's not changing my the way I feel about them.
Bro, they're usually the ones who drive major plot points for those movies. So he did Jurassic World, Dominion. He did The Dial of Destiny, Indiana Jones. So he probably did all the Jurassic Parks, right?
He's got some turds in the punch bowl, I'll tell you that much.
Let's see. The Iron Hammer. What the fuck? Yeah, so he's pretty much all the Jurassic Worlds. He did Assassin's Creed movie.
Was that good?
I don't remember finishing it.
Because the games are fire.
He did Sully.
Yep, all the Indiana Jones.
Yeah, he did the Bournes. He did War Horse. He did The Adventures of Tintin. Oh my God! So he's pretty much produced all the M. Night Shyamalan films. So he gets credit for The Last Airbender. He did he did Benjamin Button.
Poltergeist.
Oh, dude, that movie fucked me up as a kid, dude. I woke my brother up. I was
stomach started hurting as soon as you said it.
Gremlins. The Goonies.
Oh, he did 8 Below with Cuba Gooding, dude. I love that movie, dude.
Goonies is fire.
Yeah, all right, I'll give it to you, Nevada. He's got some pretty good hits.
Bro. Was it Goonies or Sandlot where they do the shuffle? Where the big boy does the shuffle?
The truffle shuffle?
Yeah.
Goonies.
Goonies, there we go. Yeah.
Yep.
When I first got fat, all my friends would make me do that shit.
Damn, you need new friends, bro.
He
did Hook and Cape Fear. Did he do the Back to the Future movies? Damn.
Dude's spending money to make movies, dude.
He's right here. Back to the Future 3, 2, and maybe he didn't do the first one. Yeah, he was an executive producer for that.
Oh, one of the execs. Okay,
one of the execs. Yeah. So I'm just reading what he's credited with right now. Ooh,
No, that's fair.
He did Twilight Zone, dude. Yeah, Poltergeist. Fuck that movie. He did The Warriors.
Yeah, I think I chose movies that he was the primary producer on.
So he was like lead producer or whatever.
Yeah, either like the producer or the main producer. Because yeah, he's got a shit ton that he's had his hands in, but he wasn't necessarily the head honcho.
Yeah, that's I mean his catalog's nice. Yeah, so we didn't get that one. So movies produced by Frank Marshall. Because Nevada's a cunt.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a stretch, but it had some quality stuff in there.
So the movie's like, I didn't like Signs. That's a pretty well received movie. You know what I mean? Like
the only M. Night Shyamalan movie that I liked was The Sixth Sense, and I think that was just because it was like the first one that had that twist. All of his other ones, he's fantastic at 98% of the movie. And then the last 2%, that last 5 minutes, he fucks you over with a twist that's completely ruins the other 98%.
Did you see Cabin?
See what?
Not Cabin. What's the one that
Knock,
we just saw?
Knock at the Cabin.
Knock at the Cabin. Did you see Knock at the Cabin? That one actually was good, brother.
That's the one I was gonna say was good.
Yeah, that was it didn't have the classic twist where you're just like, fuck me.
Yeah. What did I watch this for, you bastard?
Right.
No, but Glass Split and Unbreakable, that little trilogy he had, those are the ones I typically liked.
That's fair.
Unbreakable was first, right?
Unbreakable was first. That's correct.
That's the one with Bruce Willis and Morgan Freeman?
No, Sam. Isn't it Sam Jackson?
Oh,
Jackson.
Sorry. Samuel Jackson. You know what I'm trying. I got it wrong. My bad.
Why did you just yell Jackson so loud?
I was gonna try to drop an MF or like him, but I couldn't do it, so I just yelled his name instead.
Speaking of Jackson Holiday got called up. So,
yeah, dude. Did you see that Buster Only tweet from 2013? He tweeted, just saw Matt Holiday's son bat future All-Star in 2013, which means he was 10.
Is it really hard to go out on a limb for an ex-MLB player's son, though? I mean, I guess it's still impressive to watch one at bat, right? But I mean, if I went to go watch Vladdy Jr. and I was just like future All-Star, you know what I mean? I feel like that's a safe bet, you know?
Yeah.
But Eric, you're saying that was called 11 years ago?
2013, yeah. Buster Only. That's how you say his name, right? Buster Only.
Yeah. So he's barely 20, so he was 13 when he saw him and said he was going to be an All-Star.
If that.
That's pretty. Maybe it was 12 because he's 20 right now.
And it was 10. It was 11 years ago, so he's probably either 9 or 10 when it happened.
Oh yeah, 13. Yeah, why did I assume? I've just been stuck in 2020 since. I'm still
got that brain fog going on.
I'm still in the year of COVID, bro. You know what I mean? Like, it's all one long year now. We don't actually celebrate years anymore. It's just days after days.
It's kind of like people with birthdays on leap year. Like they're like they just turned 7 this year.
Yeah, I remember there was Miss Hernandez at my elementary / middle school. She I mean, I guess she was only sucked because she was the authoritarian figure. She might have actually been a pretty nice lady, but I thought she sucked. But she had a leap year birthday. When I found out about that, I was like, "You're only 16."
I had a coworker, and his whole fascination was to die on his birthday. So he checks in on the world on whatever May 1st, and then checks out on May 1st, but not by his own hands. Just hopefully that's the way the world takes it.
Is his name Dallas LeBeau?
I don't think so. His idol, once he had this goal, was a guy who was born on Leap Day and died on Leap Day.
Bro,
talk about threading the needle.
Bro, you have to. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. Could you imagine if your birthday was like for every single person, your birthday was your
Your death day.
Your death date. That sounds like a fire movie. Let's write that.
Mhm.
A world where your birthday is your death date. Yeah, that'd be
At least you know what day. You know what I mean?
true.
Why would you want to? What benefit do you have from knowing that?
So I can act like a savage for 364 days
Yeah.
a year and then pray to Jesus that night and then go
Yeah.
to sleep and hope
I feel
I
like
see the pearlies.
there's got to be some sort of repercussion. You can't like go hog wild and try to jump over the freeway. 2 months before your birthday.
I said the day. You wouldn't know the year, Eric.
That's why I said 364 days a year. So every September 4th at night, sana kolita rana, and then hop in bed and hope the next day I don't die. And then
So because you know your death date, you would just be a shitty person every day of the year.
I think 100%, like I can say this with confidence, I truly believe most people would be.
You
And that's
wouldn't
just-
know the year. It would
I
just be
know.
the same day you were born. So every time your birthday came, this one could be it. You're
Yeah.
about to turn 7.
Yeah,
That could
and I
be it.
believe people every year on the day before their birthday would pray and ask for forgiveness for their debauchery. I'm convinced.
No, but you were saying for every single day leading up to it, you'd be a shitty person, is what I'm saying. So you would just be shitty because you knew your death date, is what you're saying.
I totally get what Eric is saying.
Yeah, and
So,
I believe 95% of the planet would be just like that.
once
You
you
would
get
be
past
shitty your entire life.
people are shitty now. They don't know.
Yeah, people are shitting now. They don't know when they're gonna die. Like, yeah,
That's what I'm saying. So why, knowing that date, why would that be? Yeah, I'm gonna be a shitty person.
Because you can do whatever you want. You can fuck
You
your
can
body.
do that right now.
I know, but you know for a fact you can get away with it. Right now, we're gambling day to day.
yeah. Right now, you don't know. Like, my birthday's September 5th. I have until September 5th.
You don't know. You just know your birthday is coming and you may die. You don't know the year you die.
Yeah,
Sure.
so it's a cycle.
So
you're gonna be
you're gonna be shitty for 73 years, and then when you die, instead of turning 74, you were just shitty for 73 years.
It's like a reverse purge.
Yeah.
You can literally do that right now. That doesn't make any sense. That's what I don't understand. Just because you know the death
I'm
date.
viewing this from a religious aspect. I do personally believe in heaven and hell, and I do believe if you don't believe in Jesus Christ, you go to hell. So I'm saying people that have that religious kind of ideology would tend to be crappy and then ask for forgiveness before each birthday, just in case it is that year.
That's you, but you said I would intentionally be shitty.
Yeah, I think most people would.
Not just repent. You could be shitty right now. So there's literally no difference, bro. You know you're gonna die. So why aren't you shitty right now then?
Because I don't know the date, so I can't whisk it. I can't wing it like that.
You don't know the date. You don't.
How is he not getting this, Nevada?
Because it's not, you're not, as soon as you're born, you're not, oh, I'm only living 73 years. So the year before I'm going to be shitty. No, it's your regular life. You just know that on your birthday, one of your birthdays is the last day you're alive.
So,
yes,
so there is no difference right now.
What if it put it in
literally
this?
no difference.
I don't think we're talking about shitty as in behavior. Shitty as in I'm invincible. I can do whatever the fuck I want until my birthday comes, and then I have to be careful. Then
I could drink out of a big old wrestler's hands because I'm not gonna die today.
Right, you're basically invincible for 364 days because you know you cannot die in those 364 days. Then on your birthday, it might be the day.
So you hide in a corner somewhere.
Okay, so you were invincible, and on your birthday is the only day you think you can die.
Unless you're saying that you. Never mind.
But there's got to be some sort of
the whole purpose of what the conversation is.
I think there's got to be some sort of repercussion for those 364 days.
Well, I mean, you could be put into a coma. You could lose a leg. You could lose an arm. That's what I don't understand. That's why I don't understand. I was like, and people are shitty right now.
Well, I think maybe that's the caveat we put in there, so that way you don't have the people that go reverse purge and they're like, I can't die, so I might as well just.
Oh, we lost him.
Try to jump over a guardrail and expect not to die. There's got to be some sort of repercussion where, you're in the coma until your birthday, and then maybe you wake up, and then you'll see how your birthday turns out.
You cut out and pop back in when said guardrail.
Oh,
but we get what you're saying. We get what you're saying.
I was bringing it full circle.
Yeah. Shout out our buddy Dallas, dude. All right, let's get into the Masters. Masters for those who don't know, is this week. It's one of the best weekends of golf. I think this is the 88th edition, and 14 live golfers are going to be coming over and joining the matchup, including last year's defending champ, who's now a live golfer, John Rahm. That's so crazy. I thought they merged.
I could have sworn they did too.
Yeah, it's either a merge or like a quasi merge where they're like, all right, well, we'll just play on your guys' tour, but they're our guys. Something weird like that.
Or maybe it hasn't like officially merged yet either. But yeah, so 88th edition. So the last few Masters have been bad weather-wise. That's one thing I read about. They're only expecting rain on Thursday, tomorrow. And then everyone is saying that the course is fantastic. It's the best it's been in like 5 years, like the greens. So what is it? The agorist? What do they call the dudes who tend the greens?
Ooh. It's a trivia question I should know. Masters
Agronomist.
Oh my God, I would have been way off.
Yeah, those are experts in the science of soil management and the production of field crops. So actually, that's what's so funny, that the people who tend the greens for these and football fields and soccer fields, and they all have degrees in this, like to tend the field. Which, I mean, I'm not necessarily surprised, but I feel like that's more of a hands-on kind of thing. You know what I mean?
I know some dads out there that have no degrees that could tear up and have the greenest and the best grass.
That's exactly what I'm getting at. I was like, I feel like if any job didn't require a degree, like that feels like the one.
My neighbor growing up, that's what he went to college for. And I don't know if it was his first job, but one of his first big boy jobs was the grounds crew at Coors Field.
Oh, that's sick.
So yeah, there's a legit science to it.
I think that whole department doesn't exist in Washington, D.C.
The grounds crew?
Yeah, for the Commanders or Redskins.
Oh, well, okay. There's a ton of teams over there. You also just took a huge swath of the nation. I was just supposed to make that leap. My bad, dude.
It's like, I don't know. I mean, the National Mall is kind of big. It's not bad.
I was like, wow, DC just catching straight.
Nothing good comes out of DC, bro. Nothing.
I will say that you're right, though, maybe that it wasn't too hard of a leap to make to get to the Commanders Field, because I've been to that stadium, and God, the leap.
Yeah.
That is.
They tried to kill my quarterback, dude.
That is. I would hate to have to play there. I would hate to have to play there, bro. Like,
I agree.
If I was on that team, I'd be so salty. So I know that they got the new management, that they've already said that, yes, they're going to do a new stadium. So, but man, that stadium, I went to go see OBJ there, and I left early because I was like, this is whack, dude. I hate this stadium. And I left early, and there was a fight at like the entrance as I'm leaving. Like the Giants and Redskins RIP fans got into a fight like at the front like gate. I was just like, you guys are already leaving. Like, what is happening, dude? Like, you've already given up on the game. Why are you fighting now? But all right. So the field for it starts tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Man, the field is long. We're not going to do that. Come on. I'm going to share the screen though.
Yeah, isn't it like 80 some odd entries?
89, I believe.
Yeah. What iteration of the Masters is this, Eric? Because you looked at me like I was a jackass when I said 88th. So maybe I'm wrong.
I thought it was like 100 and something.
Of the Masters? I read an article today. It said 88th. But...
First one was in 34, and they only
1934.
Yeah, they missed 3 for World War II. So
pussies.
87th, I believe this would be something like that. 87, 88.
Oh, so I was all right. All right. I was looked at me like I was crazy. Current favorite right now to win it all out is a dude who has been playing lights out this year. Scotty Scheffler. He's actually who the bet I submitted for the Masters. Next, you have McIlroy at 1,000. Bro, we're still holding on to hope that he's going to be the man again, dude. John Rahm at plus 1,100. Xander Schauffele at 1,400. Brooks Koepka 16. Hideki Matsuyama 1,800. Spieth 2,500. Joaquin Niemann plus 3,000. Ludwig Aberg at plus 3,000. He's a first timer at the Masters, and we haven't had a first time Masters winner, like the first time playing the course. We haven't had a first time in 47 years. And there's a lot of people think that he can get it done this year. There's also another real good one, but I forgot his name. Victor Hovland plus 3,500. Bryson DeChambeau, same odds. And well, I'll stop at this. Finau, Cantlay, Matt Fitzpatrick, Dustin Johnson, and Wyndham Clark are all at plus 4,000. What's your immediate reaction to seeing a leaderboard like that in Nevada?
I mean, it's obviously we could talk about Scheffler, how he's by far and away the favorite. It's not even close, which isn't really surprising considering he's number one in the world. God, what is this now? 3 years, something like that, towards the top anyway, for the last 2-3 years at least. It's misleading now because they don't rank live golfers. Yeah. But obviously his name's been floating around for a while being a couple years. Kind of like what you touched on, Jermaine, they're still trying to make McIlroy a thing. And there was a time where we kind of thought he was, maybe even hoped he was, to take that mantle from Tiger. But he just hasn't had the consistency. John Rahm having the third best odds. It feels about right. The one thing I think that's going against him is he hasn't really played any sort of significant rounds of golf. It's just been live golf. So he hasn't had a lot of, I guess, build up. What's the other one I'm thinking of?
Live golf, they don't play a traditional like 4-day tourney.
I watched one. God, was it last year? I think I watched 3 minutes of it because the product was just terrible. Like just the TV product side of it, not watching the guys play, but the TV product with all these weird graphics. It almost looked like they were trying to combine the 24-hour Daytona race with golf, with all these different graphics and colors, and these guys are part of this team and this team, and it's like I'm done. This is awful. But as far as the 4-day, I can't remember if they do. So I don't have a concrete answer for you on that one. The one guy that I have my eye on, kind of as a dark horse of the names that you mentioned, and partially because he's a Colorado guy, is Wyndham Clark. He has been on fire recently. He won the U.S. Open. He's currently ranked number 4 in the world. So he's kind of on a heater, but this is his first time playing at Augusta for the Masters. So probably not a good bet as far as a favorite, but looking at him here for, is that a top 10 finish? He's at plus 300. So
plus 300 for a
top 10 finish.
Okay.
So
for Wyndham, right?
For Wyndham Clark.
That's not too bad. What I found out today is you can also parlay top 10 finishes. So when I saw that, I was like, ooh, I might have to put together a little cooking
for
me to miss, because I can't hit bets.
Yeah, I did that this past week for the NASCAR race and hit on that, so I was pretty happy. So
You could parlay the top 10 for NASCAR as well.
yeah,
Oh, that's fun.
They had it posted for this last race, so I tried it out, and sure as shit.
You're pretty good at picking top 10 now, outright winners. I mean,
I'll pick the guy towards the front, but maybe not the guy at the end.
If they could add lap leader, you'd be cooking. Yeah, dude. I'm like unnecessarily excited for this like Masters this year. So Tiger last year, he tied for most consecutive cuts made at the Masters, right? At 23. And if he makes the cut this year, because he is playing, that would set the record 24. So, because I don't think Tiger has it in him to win anymore, because he's basically a sickly man now from what I was reading.
Yeah. So for those looking for Tiger bets, DraftKings does have a Tiger specials page. And they don't have him here on the cut, but you can go onto the cut tab to find him. But if you feel like he's got his spunk back, maybe a good bet would be Tiger Woods any bogey-free round plus 1,200.
Oh, wow. That's a fun bet.
And then the rest are just ridiculous. Will he get a hole in one? Nobody's getting a hole in one. Stop it.
Has a hole in one happened at the Masters? I'm sure it has, right?
Oh, I'm sure it had to.
Statistically speaking, it would have to happen. So, golfers to fade: Victor Hovland. He was relatively inactive to finish the year last year, and he's changed his swing coach. So I wouldn't try to ride on him. Brooks Koepka, and then my two dark horses besides. Because Scotty's not a dark horse, and I don't even think Brooks is really a dark horse, but like two great odds to win outright. Koepka and Matsuyama. Nevada actually rode the Matsuyama after I submitted Scheffler, so I think those two are going to have a pretty good showing. And then also, John Rahm is 4-digit odds and as the defending champ, so.
There have been 116 hole-in-ones at the Masters.
At the Masters. And this is the 88th, fellas.
88. Okay.
88.
No, yeah. Sorry, 112.
112, okay.
Yeah.
There are some bets here where you can pick two guys. Obviously, the odds decrease a little bit, but if you feel a little spicy and you want to go with Scotty and, I don't know, Brooks, that's plus 300. One bet for two guys.
For Scotty and Brooks is plus 200?
300.
To outright win?
Yep, either one.
Wow, that's fun.
So there's I'm actually surprised how many different bets that DraftKings has on here, but yeah, it sounds like you mentioned it at the beginning. The weather's going to be pretty good. Which for Augusta, according to some of the golfers and the people that truly pay attention to it, it means ideally it's going to mean that the play is going to be obviously drier, which means the field is going to be faster and harder. So some guys like that. Some guys don't want to see their balls jump and run. So obviously, ball control is always a big thing when it comes to golf. But when you're coming to the Super Bowl of golf, ball control is going to be huge. So if you got a guy that you like that knows how to control his balls, maybe take a gander at putting some money down on him.
I would probably marry him.
Yeah, I mean, if you got someone who knows how to control the balls, you don't let that go.
Russell Henley plus 5,000. It's a fun dark horse to bet. And then, some of the live golfers right now that because live doesn't get as much publicity, so now not a ton of people are looking at him. Joaquin Niemann at plus 3,000 is one of the live golfers to watch. And then obviously there's DeChambeau, right, at plus 3,500. And no, I think that's it. That's all I would really spotlight from the live golfers. But
something else to keep in mind, which for whatever reason, the Masters is notorious for not having repeat winners. And since 2014, nobody has won it more than once. Well, actually, we can go back to 2013. So I'll just read these guys off to you. These guys, every single year was a different winner. No repeat winner within these, 10 years now. So you got Adam Scott, Bubba Watson, Jordan Spieth, Danny Willett, Sergio Garcia, Patrick Reed, Tiger Woods, Dustin Johnson, Hideki Matsuyama, Scotty Scheffler, John Rahm.
Oh, and I picked Scheffler, dude.
So
might have to submit a new guy.
Hedge your bet.
Hedge my bet, dude. McIlroy wasn't on that list, right?
No. No, he's never won Augusta.
Man, I quietly kind of hope that it's another live golfer this year. Not that, I mean, John Rahm was a PGA guy last year, but because now he's a live golfer. I think so. The top 3 finishers from the 2023 Masters, I think we're all all technically live guys now. Top finish, including ties.
So let's see here. You got. Oh no, that's Master winners.
So Tiger to miss cut is minus 115, according to Nevada. The merger for Live and PGA are still in talks, and then Eric has a correction for the hole-in-ones. There's 34 hole-in-ones in actual Masters play. There's 112 hole-in-ones at the Masters Par 3 contest, which happens, I think it happened today, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it always happens like the day before. So, make miss cut. Let's go see what we got here.
How much would you guys, if you got the invite to be in the attendance for the Masters, what would be like your threshold of what you're bypassing to go watch the Masters in person?
My firstborn being born.
You're giving up your astrology child, unborn child, to go to the Masters.
Yeah, dude, probably.
So you have to. I have to give something up to see the Masters.
Yeah, like what's the most you would give up to be invited to watch the Masters?
I'd give up Nick's left leg.
He'd probably give you his left arm, considering it's shot to hell.
I would give up live golf. No,
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. I'm trying to think. What would I give up? Oh man, can I just give him money? No, because I don't want to give up anything, bro. My thing is, I don't know if I would necessarily enjoy the Masters live as much as I enjoy it on the television.
Right. No, that's fair. Would you give up watching? You give up watching the Longhorns this upcoming season
to go to the Masters?
Yep.
Yeah, I could do that. I could give up the Longhorns. Watching them for a season, still rooting for them. Yeah,
Eric,
you know how many games I'd miss already, anyways. Like,
No.
I don't watch every Longhorns.
Not when we're about to be a preseason ranked top 3 team. Like, I need to be a part of this.
Jermaine? What if that meant you also could not go to the college football playoffs?
So I couldn't go see A&M versus the Longhorns this year.
Negative.
Now that the rivalry's back. Yeah, I don't know if I could give that up because I am going to that game. So
that's fair.
Yeah, because I've been talking about going to this game for 2 years already. So it was like my favorite game to watch growing up, besides Navy versus Army. So
which that's in jeopardy too now, isn't it?
Yeah, because money. So it's not in jeopardy. The game is still going to be played. What's in jeopardy is the fact that there's not any other game ever, right? It's just Army versus Navy. Like the day is that Saturday is always secured for Army versus Navy, and it's been going for 100 and something years. And so that's my favorite sports day of the year every year. Like, doesn't matter. It beats MLB opening day. It beats, if the World Cup is going on, it beats that. It beats the Olympics. Like, there's just a super special game to me. I love that game. Always loved that game as a kid. And then, obviously serving changed it a little bit too. But yeah, I freaking love that game. So I will be pretty bummed if they change that, but I don't have any say. I don't have enough money to sway that any one direction. You know what I mean? Let's look at some of these DraftKings specials on the Masters, though. Spieth and Koepka to combine for 7+ birdies in round 1. That seems like so specific. Like, why is that the only one that they offer?
Aside from the play on the course, what's the more impressive part of Augusta? The landscape and beauty of it, or their concession prices?
Oh, bro. Also, if the concessions, first of all, that's why I want to go to the Masters, because all their concessions looks like heat, bro.
Yeah, I got the list right here. I'll read it off to you. Sandwiches: egg salad, $1.50. Pimento cheese, $1.50. Pork barbecue, $3. Club, $3. Chicken salad, $3. Ham and cheese, $3. Classic chicken, $3. You get there early, you're feeling frisky on some breakfast sandwiches. Chicken biscuit, $3. Breakfast Sammy, $3. Want a muffin? $2. Their beer, which, that's where most people make it, a very, very steal of a price. $6 for a beer.
That's so great. That's such a great price, dude. My thing is, I would show up early. I'd have my backpack. I'd drop a cool $20 at the concession stand, load the backpack up with snacks, and be on my merry way the whole time. Because, bro, what? Because I would just have all those snacks in my bag. Whenever I get hungry, I pop one of them out. Just get going. Egg salad sounds fire. Pimento sounds fire.
Oh,
probably got to try that chicken salad.
It's going to be pretty warm down there this weekend. For $3, you get yourself Georgia peach ice cream sandwich.
Say less. That's where all my money's going.
That sounds delicious.
I will say the one disappointment I have on this list is that they don't have hot dogs.
That's it.
I would be cruising for a hot dog.
I'm sure there's a gentleman outside with a cart pushing, trying to sell glizzies on the way out.
Oh, bro, any live player to win plus 225.
That's a solid bet right there.
I think I might be taking that bet, boys. That's a fire bet.
Y'all better race to do it.
That's a nice bet.
Nationality props.
Asian winner plus 1,000.
Damn, you should have just taken that. Oh no, Hideki is plus 1,800. Never mind.
Should have parlayed it if you could.
Yeah,
might as well double down.
Let's see if we can parlay that.
So some of the expert picks, a lot of them, I haven't counted them up, but it looks like probably a solid 60-70% are going with Scotty.
He's just playing so well right now, dude. And you can get him for plus money. So I sat there and I was thinking of taking Koepka or Matsuyama.
What I was reading today, and I don't know, because then I was reading it earlier when you said that's what we were going to talk about, and then you sent that message about Koepka and Hideki being solid options. What I read about Koepka is that he's been playing pretty terribly lately.
Is he?
Yeah, he's been playing pretty terribly lately. But what the article also said is that he's also played terribly going into other tournaments and finished like second or third. So, some people just play better when the shines are brighter, or the lights are brighter. I mean, God dang it.
when the shines are bright.
Dude, I'm all over the place.
Oh, top 5 finish parlay. Scotty and Brooks is plus 900. Scotty and Spieth is plus 1100. A lot of people are high on Spieth for this year's tourney.
So, speaking of guys high on the board, can somebody explain to me the McIlroy hype? He didn't even make the cut last year, and was he second or third favorite?
Bro, they have like I opened it. They've been trying to make McIlroy the thing for
Media darling
forever. So let's see. I have the site up, golfdata.com. Let's see how well he's played this year. McIlroy.
I mean, to go from you ain't even playing on Saturday and Sunday last year to now you're the second or third favorite. I get it. He's good, but fuck. I mean, golf is such a mental game. If you just wobble on your mental stability, golf will just eat you alive.
So dating back to, we'll go. So since he won, I mean, he's been finishing pretty good. So these are his finishes. Third last week, tied for 19th at the Players, tied for 21st at Arnie Palms, tied for 21 at Cognizant Classic, tied for 24 at the Genesis Invitational, tied for 66 at Pebble Beach Pro-Am. Then he won the Hero Dubai Classic. He tied for second at Dubai Invitational, the DP World Tour Championship, which I think they got to change those first 2 letters. Tied for 22. Tied for 7 at BMW. Tied for 16th at Horizon. Then 4th, tied for 3rd, tied for 6th, and 1. He's been playing pretty fucking well. Since he didn't make the cut, he's been pretty much lights out.
Well, all right.
Worst finish since he didn't make the cut was the 66 at the Pebble Pro-Am. But besides that, he's been 21 or higher for every other, 24 or higher for every other.
So I love this little nugget that I was reading. Phil Mickelson, everyone's favorite hated golfer. Obviously, probably the best or one of the best lefties on the circuit. He had a really good outing last year. Obviously, he's won it 3 times. He's had 10 top 3 finishes. For him to finish top 10 is plus 1,100. And you're feeling a little spicy to win, his odds are 225 to 1.
225 to 1. Shit.
Just, not even pizza money. Tip money.
So apparently the power rankings right now are Scotty 1, Rahm 2, McIlroy 3, Spieth 4, Alberg 5, Clark 6, Schauffele 7, Neiman 8, Koepka 9, Matsuyama 10, Fitzpatrick, Lowry, Thigala, Smith, Thomas, Johnson, Hovland, Cantlay, Finau, and Young. Plus 5,500 for Cameron Young. That's crazy. Bro, the purse is $18 million. Could you imagine winning $18 million?
That'd be
Is purse, that's the whole money to hand out to all the rankings, right?
correct.
All right, yeah. So it's not 18 for the winner. I wonder what winner does pull.
If I remember, I want to say it was like 6.
6 million? Jeez.
That might be wrong.
In 2023, Rahm took 3.24 million home.
Could you imagine being
second place got 1.584 and third took 744,000. The very last place golfer was probably Rory McIlroy was $45,000
$45,000
for the last place. Yeah, that's what he took home.
You show up and walk away with 45K.
That's what I'm saying, bro. What? You ain't even gotta be good, bro. I mean, that's not true. You gotta be one of the best in the world, but that's absolutely hysterical.
Man. And for those live golfers, that probably ain't shit.
Oh yeah.
The money. That's just
Bro.
more about the history and winning the Super Bowl of golf.
Yeah, it's all about the Masters, right? Like just winning the Masters is fire. Bro, what would you want to win? Like, what's your pinnacle? Like the biggest thing sporting thing you could win that you'd be excited about, like that you would like put above all the other ones.
Man.
Oh, stumper. We'll get out. We'll log off after this, but go ahead.
I would say it'd be easy to say like a team sport, whether it's Super Bowl or Cup or something like that. But I think for just pure bragging rights, I mean, it's got to be a gold medal at the Olympics. You are the best person, in theory, on the planet at X. You got solid gold medal right there. I mean, somebody comes over to your house, be like, "Oh yeah, that, yeah, I won that a couple years ago."
Just to put this into perspective for people, Taylor Gooch, in his entire PGA Tour career, made $9 million. When he went to Live, he signed a $30 million bonus and has now made $55 million while playing for Live.
I don't even know who that is.
He only won one event when he was on the PGA.
Somewhere in between the balls and the hole is where Gooch lies. I mean, I can't blame him. I mean, you get 30 mil right off the bat. I mean, granted, making 9 mil is not too shabby either, but
and that's after 2 years of being on the Live roster, 55 million.
Yeah, blood money talks. It's hard to turn that down.
I'm not. First of all, I would sign up for Live for sure.
Oh, you could say I get paid $1 million a year, and I'd be like, yeah, I'll sign up.
I'd play for Live for like 2-3 years and retire. Like I would just be done, bro.
Yeah. You want me to be your sponsorship whore? I will wear whatever you want me to wear on my shirt. I'll have patches everywhere. I'll collect some residuals on the side.
Oh man, this says Al Qaeda. Oh well.
Wait, did you guys just get that update from Bleacher Report?
No, I'm not on
Interpreter
my phone.
to be
Open podcast.
It just okay.
I'm just.
The feds have indicted the interpreter, and the headline says Ohtani was a victim in scandal. He has been absolved of all wrongdoing.
Oh bullshit.
Bro, how does your interpreter have access to that's so crazy, bro?
You know what? You tell me his password was only in English, I might buy it. But I ain't buying it. No.
That's so crazy. Hey, oh well, good for Ohtani. They were never gonna let him take the fall, bro.
No.
It could literally Ohtani could be the bookie. Like they were not letting that man take the fall, dude.
They could have photos of Ohtani leaving whatever island to get on a yacht to return wherever, and TMZ would be like, "Yep, here he is leaving the gambling island," and the whole story would be, "No, he went in there to go get his interpreter out of the bookie. He was trying to save him and help him. He was not involved any other way."
There's a photo of him at the sports book placing the bet. Like, no, really? Innocent.
Like you could get a picture of him, how like the people who gamble in Vegas look when they are completely distraught because they just lost the last leg of their 17 parlay where it's just totally disheveled. And they'd be like, "No, he's just training. He's exhausted from training." It's like, no, that's a look of a guy who just lost 2.5 million.
That's a guy who lost for that. Yeah, exactly, bro. That's so crazy to me. Oh well.
God. I
love how it took them 2.5 years to tell me if a laptop was real. But they were able to get to the bottom of this in no time flat. I always love like how the resources are all of a sudden very, very good when it comes to absolving the richest North American sports athlete of all time.
Yeah, I mean, I just hope he's able to live and survive deferring that $680 million. I don't know. I can only hope the best for him.
That's so funny, man. All right, you guys got anything else for the 10s and 10s?
No, sir.
Bet the Masters, watch the Masters, have fun falling asleep on Sunday doing absolutely nothing but watching golf, because I always end up falling asleep, and it's amazing. Waking up to like, oh, all right, now who's the winner? It's the best part, dude. I watch like a solid 3.5, 4 hours, then I'm a little full, then I'm asleep. Yeah, the Masters is going to be a lot of fun.
You wake up and check your tickets, and you're like, fuck.
Is UFC 300 this weekend?
Yes, Saturday.
Oh, man. Don't forget about that, ladies and gentlemen. Bet UFC 300. I'll be putting in a bet. I'm obviously probably not going to hit, so remember to fade me. That's crazy, dude. Man, what a terrible weekend to have a wedding.
Jermaine, real quick before you go, what'd you think of WrestleMania?
Bro, I was a kid all over again. I loved WrestleMania, dude. My thing is like, I don't take wrestling super seriously. So I was like, Bubba Ray came out, special guest referee. That was outstanding. My boy Damian Priest cashed in Money in the Bank. Oh, first of all, spoilers, ladies and gentlemen. Cashed in Money in the Bank on Drew McIntyre, who had only been champion for like 3-4 minutes. Before that, I was like so cold, but he's Puerto Rican, so I was like super happy to see him get that championship dub at WrestleMania, you know. And then the tag match with The Rock and Roman versus Cody and Seth was fantastic, and The Rock pinned Cody, so that should be setting up The Rock versus Cody. Because The Rock literally just pinned the new world champion the night before he won the title. So, and then obviously Cody Rhodes finished the story. My brother is more so than me, but we're huge Dusty Rhodes fans. And so for him to kind of, because Dusty Rhodes made Ric Flair. Really, I mean, Ric Flair would have been made probably no matter what, but Ric Flair was as big as he was because of Dusty Rhodes. So to see his kid finally win like the penultimate prize in the game was kind of a surreal moment. And I got a little choked up, but I ain't no bitch. # toxic masculinity, so I didn't cry. But now I got choked up, dude. And then now, like, I got choked up at the same time the announcer got choked up. The ring announcer, I forget her name, but she's super good. But she got like choked up when she was about to announce it because Cody Rhodes is beloved, man. Like that's one thing that you saw, like backstage, everyone loves Cody Rhodes. So it's awesome, man. I had an absolute blast with it. I thought it was a whole lot of fun. Shout out Bailey for getting that dub. San Diego girl, thick as hell. So I was super happy for her to get that dub. They told a great story with her and Io Sky.
Shout out to the Eagles offensive line for helping our boy Ray.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Rey Mysterio got the dub over Eric's most hated. Eric does not fuck with villains in pro wrestling. They get on his nerves, and Ray's kid is an excellent villain, and he's a little shithead. And so Jason Kelsey and Lane Johnson came out in luchador masks and turned the tide of that match for them. And then there was a ladder match. There was tables being broken in goddamn every single match, whether it was announced or otherwise. Yeah. I had
the Undertaker came back from the death.
That's right. John Cena, Undertaker were in the main event. They showed up to but to help Cody from all the shenanigans.
Eric, did you pucker when the Eagles Lane Johnson came out? Were you like, just don't fuck up a shoulder or something?
Dude, so I didn't see it live because I was handling some family stuff, but When I went back and watched it, even though I already knew what happened, I saw Lane Johnson, and I was just like, it was Jason Kelsey mainly doing all the jumping over the ropes and stuff. So I was cool with that since he's retired and he's an asshole and he won't come back.
Right.
But I was a little nervous. I thought Lane Johnson was going to try to do some aerial stuff and then bust his neck, and then there goes the whole right side of that line.
Oh, now he's an asshole for giving you 13 years in a Super Bowl. Fucking hate Philly fans, bro. You guys are the worst.
Oh, by the way, speaking of, I texted you guys earlier about this before we sign off here. Is there a worse fan base to introduce the country of Brazil to the NFL to? Packers and Eagles? It's going to be rowdy down there.
No, there's absolutely a worse fan base.
Cowboys?
Yeah.
Highest stabs per capita. the Raiders, bro. Are you kidding me, dog? Like, no chance.
I forgot about that. All right.
Come on. Like, they've been bad for a while, but those fans are trash, bro.
I'm glad we're not number one on that then.
Raiders fans are wild, bro.
Yeah. Raiders fans probably couldn't afford that flight, though. Or get time off from the pen to head down to Brazil. Fucking prison trash.
Tell me you hate the Raiders. Don't tell me you hate the Raiders.
Dude, I went to the black hole. It was 1 year before they shut it down. It was supposed to be that year, but it ended up being 1 year after. It was, I think it was Christmas Eve. I don't think it was Christmas Day. I think it was Christmas Eve. Me and my dad went.
In Orange?
In Orange. When you show up to the stadium, Alameda County Stadium, it is literally surrounded by 10-foot tall chain link fence with razor wire on top, like a literal prison.
The stadium is covered like that?
Like the property, yes, is covered by the 10-foot high fence with razor wire on top. It's not like yeah, we're mean. That's just to keep people out and away when they're not playing. Like,
the Raiders fans are wild, bro.
What
wild.
Trash organization and trash fans.
Jeez.
They just always, we've won a Super Bowl in every decade. Yeah, except for the 90s, 2000s, 2010s, 2020s so far. Get fucked. Quit living in the past.
They were cheated in the 2000s a few times.
I don't think so.
Oh, there you have it. Resident Broncos fan does not approve. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to us. Thank you for joining for our Masters Talk and everything else. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Podcast Room303. Follow our sister pod, Revenge of the Pod, on all things social and all your streaming platforms as well for all your pop culture fixes. For myself, Jermaine Colon Mendez, for my co-host, and for our executive producers, Nevada Putnam and Eric Washington, we'll see you next time when you come on down and step into the room.